To ensure accurate ISOCS and/or LabSOCS efficiency calibrations for a specific detector, a unique ISOCS LabSOCS characterization file for that detector must be obtained from Canberra and properly installed on the system computer. Each detector-specific characterization file has a .par file extension and is commonly referred to as a PAR file. All PAR files must be copied to a specific folder location to be usable within the standard Genie 2000 software. In addition, a file named detector.txt must be edited to include a unique link to each PAR file and to allow selection of characterized detectors when using a Geometry Composer application. This do-it-yourself video will demonstrate how to use the utility program named detutil.exe to install a new PAR file and modify the file named detector.txt for use within the standard Genie 2000 software. To simplify this presentation, we will make the following assumptions. A high-purity germanium detector identified with Canberra serial number 10541 has been properly integrated with our counting system. An MCA input definition file was already created for the detector to allow spectral data acquisition within Genie 2000. Detector serial number 10541 has been ISOCS LabSOCS characterized, and we received a CD from Canberra containing special files for that detector. A subfolder named Files for Detector 10541 was created within the Downloads folder as shown here, and we have already copied 5 files into the subfolder from the CD received from Canberra. We can double-click on the file named detector.txt to open that file in Notepad, or select Notepad as the desired program if that file does not automatically open. The text stored in this file provides specific information needed for selection and use of this detector within the Geometry Composer application. Proper use of the utility program named detutil.exe will automatically copy this text and insert it into the file named detector.txt that exists in the folder here. This utility program will also copy the file named 10541.par to the folder here. We will now exit from Notepad and then double-click on the detutil.exe file name as shown here. Next, click on the Browse Action button and then navigate as necessary to the folder where you have stored your files. In this case, we will navigate to the following folder. Double-click on the file named detector.txt shown in the Input File dialog window. The selected file path and file name will then appear in the Input File field shown in the detutil dialog window. Next, click on the Update Action button. Before updating any files, the utility program will display a Backup Option dialog window to allow creation of a backup copy of the file named detector.txt that is currently stored here. For this demonstration, we will respond by clicking on the No Action button. Assuming that a file named 10541.par is present in the same folder location that we selected for our detector.txt input file, the selection dialog window will be displayed as shown here. We will continue by clicking on the OK Action button. A detector update report will then be displayed. Use the vertical scroll bar to scroll to the end of this report. The new detector name will appear as the last of the listed detectors. To complete our desired update, we will click on the Accept Update Action button. A message window will then be displayed, stating that the detector update is complete. Click on the OK action button to acknowledge this message, and then click on the Exit action button in the DETUTIL dialog window to exit from the utility program. The detector.txt file in the folder named here will now include the required information for detector 10541 and the associated ISOCS LabSOCS characterization file named 10541.par will now be present in the following folder. We can now exit from Windows Explorer, launch the Geometry Composer application, start creating a new geometry file, and confirm that the new detector designated as 10541 is properly listed in the Select Detector dialog window, as will be shown in the next series of steps. Close the Tip of the Day dialog window and then click on File, then New. Highlight point in the list of LabSOCS modeling templates, and then click on the OK action button. We will now use the scroll bar to view the last entry in the displayed list of selectable detectors. As shown here, the new detector now appears at the bottom of the selection list, designated by its serial number 10541. This confirms that the changes we made to the file named detector.txt had the intended effect. We will continue by highlighting 10541 detector designation, and then clicking on the OK action button to display the Edit Dimensions dialog window. At this point, we would normally complete the process of creating a new geometry file, saving that file, and generating a set of efficiency data points that are stored as a new .ecc file. Successful completion of those steps would confirm that the new 10541.par file was copied to the desired folder location and is properly linked to the 10541 detector parameters within the modified detector.txt file. However, those additional confirmatory steps will not be demonstrated here. This concludes our video demonstration of how to install a new ISOCS LabSOCS detector characterization file for use within the Genie 2000 software.
For further assistance, please call 1-800-255-6370.